Hello guys, welcome to Academic Coordinates. Before us we've got a quadratic inequality x minus 1 all squared, which is greater or equals to positive 9. So we're supposed to solve this. I'm going to show you guys how you can solve this using the graph and also using the table method, right? So first and foremost, let's just expand this. We've got x minus 1 is greater or equals to 9. So now x times x, that is x squared, x times minus 1, that is minus x, minus 1 times x, that is minus x again. So minus 1 times minus 1, that is a positive 1, right? And then we can take this 9 here and bring it to the left-hand side. Then it's going to be negative 9 is greater or equals to 0. Okay, so we just took this. This is what is there. Okay, so now let's add like terms. We've got x squared minus 2x. So 1 minus 9, that's going to be minus 8. That's greater or equals to 0, right? Okay, great. So now let's factorize here. Let's quickly factorize here. Greater or equals to 0. Okay, guys. So this is x, and then we've got 4 and 2, or 2 and 4. Then minus, plus, So you can just do this and convince yourself that it's going to give you this, right? So if you don't know how to do that, just let me know. I will take you guys step by step. Okay, cool. So now we've got critical values of minus 2 and 4. So from this now, we should have, as I've said, an idea of how the function looks like or how the graph looks like. So basically, the parabola is going to be something like this. Then here it's minus 2, and then here it's going to be 4. Then this continues. So let me just let you guys know as to what this question is asking. It's basically asking, where is this graph above? Where is it above or on the x-axis? Remember that this is the x-axis here, right? Its equation is y is equals to 0. This is the y-axis here. Its equation is x is equals to 0. So this is asking us, where is this graph on, because of that equals to, on or above the x-axis? You see? On or above the x-axis. And how do we express that? It's going to be when x is less or equals to negative 2. Then that is this portion, right? Or when x is greater or equals to 4, then that is this portion over here. Okay, guys, and then you can also express that using this notation, that E there is just an element of or a member of negative infinity to negative 2. Okay, now, with regards to the brackets, guys, because negative 2 is included there, because we're asking as to where is this graph on and above the x-axis, we're going to have square brackets, union with square brackets of 4 to positive infinity. Does that ring a bell? So it can't get any better than that. So when you're using the graph, you're basically asking yourself, where is this graph above the x-axis or on the x-axis? Then quickly now, let's look at the table method. It's actually quite easier. So the table method, and as I've always said that on the table method, you don't need to know really, or you don't need to know how the function looks like, The only thing that you need to know is that a negative times a negative is a positive. A negative times a positive or vice versa is a negative. Okay, sorry about that. And then a negative times a negative is what? A positive, you know? Okay, so basically, let's have our brackets. So we've got what? We've got x plus 2, x minus 4. So we've got x plus 2, x minus 4. So we're going to write the critical values here, which is, okay, that looks funny, which is minus 2 and 4, right? Okay, so basically choose any value of x that is less than minus 2. Let's say minus 3, right? Then if you put minus 3 here in the place of x, we're going to get a negative value. And then any value of x, at minus 2 here, we're going to get 0, right? And then any value of x that is less than 4 but greater than minus 2, let's say 1. Then we put a 1 there, we're going to get a positive value. If you put 1 here in the place of x, we're going to get a positive value. You can choose any value of x that is less than 4 but greater than minus 2. Then last but not least, choose any value of x that is greater than 4. Let's say 5. Put a 5 there, we're going to get a positive value. Okay, guys. Then let's come now to this bracket, x minus 4. Any value of x less than minus 2, let's say minus 100, then you're going to get a negative value here. If we input that in the place of x in this bracket, any value of x between 4 and minus 2, let's say, I don't know, minus 1. Minus 1, minus 4, you're going to get a negative value still. And then at 4 now, if you put 4 minus 4, that's going to be a 0. And then any value of x that is greater than 4, let's say 10. 10 minus 4, if you put x in the, like for 10 here, it's going to be a positive value, right? So now finally, guys, let's use what we know about this. So a negative times a negative, that's a positive, then here it's 0. And a positive times a negative, that's a negative. Then here it's 0. Positive times a positive, that's a positive, right? So let's answer this in the context of this question. It says x plus 2, x minus 4 greater or equals to 0. So in other words, you multiply two components or two portions. Those, when you multiply them, you should get a positive value, or something positive, or something that equals to 0. So that is satisfied at this portion and at this portion right here. So if you can express that in terms of x, it's when x is less than minus 2, or when x is greater than 4. And then using the interval notation, it's when from minus infinity to minus 2, you use square brackets, union with 4 to positive infinity. Alright guys, do stay blessed and enjoy the rest of your day.